Hello to everyone out there watching, and welcome back to What If? The show where we talk about conspiracy theories all day long.
Today you're going to hear about the Reptilian Elite and how the Illuminati and other groups are controlling the world. How contrails in the sky are not what you think they are. The U.S. controls the weather, and Avril Lavigne died and was replaced by a look-alike.
We will see you after this very short break. Hello and welcome back. We are talking about the Reptilian Elite conspiracy theory. We've learned that they are among us, blood-drinking, flesh-eating, shape-shifting, extraterrestrial, reptilian humanoids with only one objective:
to enslave the human race. The Reptilian Elite are our leaders, CEOs, and famous actors and singers.
This all came to light when our cult father and BBC sports reporter David Icke exposed the truth. In 1988, he wrote a book called The Biggest Secret, in which he interviewed two Brits who claimed members of the royal family are nothing more than reptilians with crowns.
Master says these Anukai, which mean the reptiles in our cult secret language, have controlled humankind since ancient times. Some reptilians include
Queen Elizabeth,
George W. Bush,
Bill and Hillary Clinton,
and many mainstream celebrities.
The lizards are behind the secret societies like the Freemasons and the Illuminati.
Now let's discuss this photo, some of the most compelling evidence found to date. This is Justin Bieber at his trial back in 2014.
Now look closely. At the beginning his eyes are normal, but for about 1.5 seconds his eyes turn to a cloudy, similar to how lizards blink.
Now, break to watch out. The children reptiles are after you. What the heck was that?
I don't know. Let's set up.
Do you know what you just did? Over 500 million plastic straws are being disposed of into oceans and landfills every day. It can't be true. Watch this. Millions of these end up in thousands of these.
Hi. Earlier, I didn't know what I was talking about. 500 million of straws a day is not good for our oceans. And if we could just make that one change to reusable straws, it makes so much of a difference for our population and for the sea life. Thank you.
Welcome back. We were just on our point where people who are in secret societies, they control the world. If you were really a member of the global elite, you'd know this already. The world is ruled by a powerful, secretive few.
The rest of us have heard that in 2004, both candidates for the White House were members of Yale University's secretive Skull and Bone Society, many of whose members have risen to powerful positions. Coincidence? I think not.
For example, the Illuminati organized in the 18th Germany, and which is allegedly responsible for the pyramid and eye symbol on the $1 bill.
They intend to start world wars to strengthen the argument for creation of a worldwide government.
There's also Freemasons, who call their group the oldest and largest worldwide fraternity, and boast alumni like George Washington.
Some think that despite donating heaps of cash to charity, they're secretly plotting you're undergoing at Masonic temples across the world. Watch out, they are coming for us.
Okay. In 1872, the Bohemian Grove was formed by the founder Henry Edward in Monte Rio, California. It was formed to be a rich meeting of the rich and powerful to escape frontier culture of uncivilized internet of common men.
The attendees claim they are there for social reasons, but many believe they use the reasons for more sinister reasons.
One of the most famous conspiracy theories about this group is the planning for the Manhattan Project, which is where the world's first nuclear bomb took place, which actually turned out to be true.
The last group is the Bilderberg Group, which was formed in 1954, founded by the Dutch royal family in the Netherlands. They try to bring together Northern America and European leaders to promote regulations between the U.S. and Europe and cooperate on political and economical defense issues.
The thing that worries us the most is that these things discussed at the group's annual meetings are not made public, and journalists who have tried to interview participants have been arrested. So what are they trying to hide? I need answers!
Okay. Calm down. It'll be all right.
Sorry.
Some of the famous alleged members are Bill Clinton, Tony Blair, and David Cameron.
One of the most famous conspiracy theories about this group is Bilderberg. The group is run by the Nazis, and it is trying to impose one world government, and it ruins the U.S. Republican Party.
You know the white lines that appear in the sky after a plane flies by? According to the government, those are just made of condensed water vapor, giving them the name contrails.
However, this theory claims that these trails are actually made of dangerous chemicals. These clouds are called chemtrails, and you could be breathing them in right now.
Either the government or some other secret organization is putting toxic chemicals into the atmosphere in order to get what they want, which could be anything.
Why would the government be doing this, you might be asking? Some people suggest that the purpose for this are controlling the weather, reducing life expectancy, or even mind control.
Rumors of these chemicals in the air started in 1996 after the United States Air Force released a report about controlling the weather. The Air Force was later accused of spraying the U.S. population with mysterious substances.
In the early 21st century, the Air Force released another report called Chemical Conspiracy, theory a hoax. But let's be honest, nobody believes them. Air University, a military school, also wrote the paper on this topic. The title was Weather as a Force Multiplier, Owning the Weather in 2025.
If an official U.S. military base thinks that chemtrails are real too, then you should too. Another piece of evidence, these barrels found in aircraft used for test flights. These barrels allegedly had a dispenser system that could release gases out of the plane.
The designer of this system says that the whole thing is used to move water around the plane, but who knows if that's true?
All right, we're going to be heading to break, and after we'll discuss government weather control.
Welcome back. We were just finishing and talking about how the U.S. controls the weather. This conspiracy theory sounds something like out of a sci-fi book, so you know we had to dive into this one.
Yep, this one can be both scary and fascinating because the idea is so foreign to us.
The theory says that the government has a base in Alaska where they can control the weather.
The weather truthers, as they call themselves, claim the government has the ability to stop and start hurricanes at will, make tornadoes out of mid-air, and create massive floods in areas of choice.
Believe it or not, this theory has been around for quite some time, but with the recent devastating hurricanes, it started to raise some questions.
The people who believe in this theory say it is done using a high-frequency active auroral research program, or HARP, and the government should have been able to stop the hurricanes with it.
Some people think the government had a failed test that caused those several disasters, but some think they did it on purpose.
Whether they did it on purpose or not, this could be scary. A failed test could cause a stage 5 hurricane.
Well, I was thinking about it, and aggressive weather has been happening for all of this time, so it's hard to think about this one being true.
Yeah, weather is not just a straight line, and it varies throughout long periods of time. Just because there's a random spike doesn't mean there's a direct correlation to anything.
Yeah, why would they do it in Alaska, though? It's really cold.
Because no one's up there to see them do it.
Oh!
All right, we're going to have to wrap this one up. It was a fun one. And after this break, we'll see you and talk about Avril Lavigne.
We take our breaths for granted. But each inhale comes from oxygen that was intricately crafted. 78% of the oxygen in our atmosphere comes from the photosynthesis of marine plants such as phytoplankton. How cool is that? And since the way we breathe affects the way we think, feel, and navigate the world, in our modernizing society, let's appreciate our oxygen, those who give it to us, and cherish each.
Welcome back. A joke that started on a Brazilian website has become one of the biggest conspiracy theories of all time. The theory claims that the singer Avril Lavigne died and was replaced by a doppelganger named Melissa in 2003.
The theory claims that Lavigne, struggling with fame at the beginning of her career, began using a body double named Melissa at some point. The real Lavigne is said to have died, so the record company replaced her with Melissa full-time. Maybe I was replaced by my lookalike, or am I just a lookalike? I need to call my mom.
Some proof is that Lavigne wore trousers on the red carpet, but Melissa prefers dresses and skirts. But some anti-conspiracy theorist says that it could be a change in style, but who really knows?
There are also many differences in facial features between pre-2003 Lavigne and the current so-called Lavigne. Also, some found clues in her song, wherein Slipped Away she sings, "The day you slipped away was the day I found it won't be the same."
Also, a publicity shot shows the name of Melissa written on the hand of current Lavigne. I truly think that Avril died and was replaced by Melissa, because the voices keep telling me it's true. And who is better to believe than the voices in my own head?
Okay. Just like Avril Lavigne, Paul McCartney is thought to be replaced with a look-alike after he had been killed in a car accident.
Spooky.
Alrighty then. This was the last segment for today, but we will see you after this break to say goodbye. Sorry, no break. We're going straight to the outro. Thanks for getting suspicious with us and watching this week's episode of What If.
Make sure to check out our website, www.whatif.com. There you can access all of our shows and leave your opinion on conspiracy theories, and if I'm insane. You can leave suggestions of theories that you want us to talk about, too.
Our website will have... This has been a production of HPHS.TV. See you next week.